Welcome back, everybody. It's Noah here with the Rise Method, and today I wanted to discuss with you the number one cause of blocking your creative flow, what can make you feel stuck. And I also want to provide the solution for that and a practical solution or application for that very problem. And what is this that causes us to feel stuck or to feel like we don't know the solution for where we're currently at? We get confused, we get overwhelmed, and we feel like, okay, we don't know the next best step forward. Okay, and I want to tell you that the name reason for which that happens is comparison. Okay, this could be conscious or unconscious, but it is looking at others around you, okay, and feeling like you're not where you should be, or you're not good enough to have the success, the love, or the whatever it might be. Insert your desire there. It's comparison. When we compare ourselves to others, okay, 'cause we can look at others and be grateful and be excited for their success, or see that and to think, wow, that's what's possible and more for me. But instead, what can happen is we look at others and we compare ourselves, we measure to them, and that places us into a state of lack. And from that state of lack is associated those beliefs, okay, that are creating the feelings and then creating the confusion, internally speaking. And then because we're feeling that confusion internally, okay, that's leading to the stagnation of ideas, that's leading to the blockage of our creativity. So the first step to unleashing your creative potential, let's say, is to step back and to notice when you're comparing yourself or how you may be comparing yourself to others. This can best be done when you're on social media, okay, when you're even interacting with people in the world, in any relationship of sorts, especially when it's with people that you admire, okay, when you're in those containers. Be present and be mindful of when you're feeling that comparison, and you'll know because it'll bring about these states of lack or frustration or shame, even that you're not as far ahead of them, when in reality you're exactly where you should be. No matter where you go, no matter where you are in your path, you're right where you're meant to be. That's an affirmation I want you to curate from this video. Everywhere I go, no matter where I am, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm exactly where I need to be. Because you are. You're a unique individual, a unique intimation of God, as we all are. And so for that reason, we have our own unique desires and visions that we want to express. And if you're watching this video, you're very much in tune with that, and you have something that's burning within you, let's say, something you're wanting to create in your life for yourself. You're wanting to make more money, wanting to expand your business, expand your network. You want to be healthier. Okay, you want to have a greater connection with the divine, with the higher power. Whatever that thing is, it's feeling blocked. It's feeling as though it's lacking, when in reality, okay, your subconscious mind that is in connection to this infinite intelligence that we're all connected to, that's through your subconscious mind. And so there's never a shortage of ideas with infinite intelligence. There's never a shortage of money to infinite intelligence. There's never a shortage of love, because everything is love at the base of all reality. Never a shortage of things to be grateful for, even when it might feel hard at times. Gratitude is the attitude. Gratitude is the attitude. Because when you can learn to make that shift internally, notice, recognize when you're comparing yourself to others, allow that to teach you, to guide you back to realizing who you truly are, this unique individual expression of God, and that you're on your own path. And that when you see success in the world, when you see beautiful relationships in the world, you can know that you are worthy of that too, that you are deserving of that too, that is coming to you and more. That is coming to you and more. So that is the first step, the first thing that you can do when you feel okay, when you're feeling stuck in your business, stuck with ideas, you're feeling confused, overwhelmed with taking the next step forward. Okay, recognize if there are any beliefs present that are saying you're not good enough right where you are. You're not right where you're supposed to be. Because when you can accept that you are right where you're supposed to be, when you can acknowledge the feelings of resistance, the suboptimal feelings, as I like to say, the fear, the doubt, the shame, and instead of trying to push them away and saying, these are bad, I don't want this, when you can just acknowledge that they're there and feel them and breathe into them and accept that you're feeling it, that in and of itself starts to release the emotion. That in and of itself starts to release the emotion because there's no wrong feelings. Everything is teaching you. You're experiencing everything for a reason. Okay? And just as your body is naturally healing itself from a cut, or when your body naturally digests your food, or your heart just beats for you, in the same way your mind, when it's experiencing these limiting beliefs and the emotions attached to them, they're wanting to heal from that. They're seeking healing. They're seeking a restoration, a regeneration of sorts. And you need only allow that to happen by recognizing that that's taking place when you're feeling doubtful, when you're feeling afraid, when you're feeling confused or overwhelmed. Because then that will open the floodgates. That will release that wellspring of creativity within you. When you can look at when you're feeling stuck or when you're feeling confused, you could say, I'm feeling confused. I'm feeling this right now. Just acknowledge that to yourself and breathe and be still with that. That's the first step to releasing it. Or when you're comparing yourself to others, when you're on social media, or when you're out and about in the world, you see a lovely couple, and you start to feel that crop up of comparison. Let it bring you back and say, oh yeah, I noticed that I'm feeling ashamed or doubtful as to whether I'll have that myself. And be thankful for that you noticed that, because that now points you to cultivating your imagination, refining your imagination to what you really want to experience. More health, more wealth, more love, more prosperity, more peace, more bliss, all of that good stuff. So if you're still listening at this point and you're finding yourself comparing yourself to others, telling yourself that you're not where you should be, or you're feeling that, because let's say you're working in the process of working on your business. Okay, you're en route to increase your revenue, let's say, or you're going on to a new marketing campaign. And in the process of doing that, you're feeling this fear, this tension in your body. You're just noticing that. Noticing maybe some even frustration coming along as you're in this process. Attached to those feelings, attached to those emotions, are likely the belief that you're not where you're supposed to be. Or that you're not worthy of what is to come. So you can notice that and just simply reorient your awareness to say, okay, I'm feeling this right now. I notice the belief. I'm aware of the belief. And now through my awareness, I can detach from that because I'm not the belief. You are not the belief, any belief to which you attach, with which you identify. You are the awareness choosing to identify with any particular belief or state of consciousness. Christ said, there are many mansions in my Father's house. And those are states of consciousness. There are infinite states of consciousness which you, the awareness, choose to dwell in. So when you feel that overwhelm, you feel that frustration or that sadness come in, you feel like you're starting to compare yourself to others, you feel like you're not where you're supposed to be, recognize that you are the awareness behind those beliefs. Okay, you're not the belief itself. You don't have to believe that, okay, anymore. You can shut off the old man and adopt the new man, the new way of being, and you are born again in that process. Because in recognizing it, this is the rise method. In the recognition of that limiting belief, you could detach from it and then imagine an ideal future now, a new way of being, and surrender to that ideal way of being as the true reality. Because your consciousness creates the reality, and as within, so without. Okay? The thoughts you're thinking on a day-to-day basis influence your feelings, which influences your behaviors, and it also influences the energetic signature you're sending out into the universe, which is influencing the interactions that you have, the synchronicities that manifest. Okay. It's determining at a subconscious level whether you go this way or that way, whether you do this or you do that, or you don't do this or you don't do that, which then leads you to having the resources, leads you to having that chance encounter with that person that ends up being your partner. It's when you relax in the now and surrender to that as the true reality. That is the true reality now. And so you live from the end, you act from the ideal state, okay, as you go about taking action, embodying that person now. Because you always become that which you are. So you are right where you're supposed to be. And you're doing all the things that you need to be doing to make the vision happen. You're doing all of that right now. Because when you feel that and believe that and imagine that to be true, it is true. All things are possible to he who believes. And so, if you're with me still at this point, I want to leave you with one last practice or application you can utilize when you feel yourself beginning to compare yourself. You feel that comparison monster creeping in. And it's just a simple visualization. Okay. Because after we notice when we're comparing ourselves, or after we notice these beliefs telling us that because we're not doing it in this particular fashion, or because we're not doing XYZ or at this place, that we're not good enough now, just as we are, that we need to be different, we need to be more like the other person. And you can notice those, detach from those beliefs, and then you can use a visualization practice to help refine your imagination and to access more creativity. And by accessing that creativity, creatively imagining a more ideal future. And so that can just be as simple as in that moment, okay, when you're feeling confused or you're feeling doubtful or you're feeling stuck, just close your eyes and take a deep breath. Just relax on the exhale, whatever's comfortable to you, but just noticing your breathing first. Okay, just returning your awareness to your body, to your breath, because that draws your awareness to the now. Because you are the awareness inhabiting the present moment. You do not live in the past nor the future, but the now. And it is through the now that we become that more loving, energetic version of ourselves. By feeling that now. And so as you continue to breathe, I want you to imagine in your heart space, I want you to imagine in the center of your chest, about 3 inches inward at the center point of this center. A light, a glowing form of energy beginning to expand, growing brighter and brighter with each breath in and out. And you can notice any feelings in the body associated as this light continues to grow and expand throughout the body. Notice any gratitude. Notice the lightness you may feel. Notice the calm. And as that light continues to expand, allow it to meet any points of tension in your body. Maybe there's a tension in your stomach or in your throat. Maybe there's a tightness in your shoulders. Maybe in your hips and your pelvis. As that light continues to expand, just allow that light to dissipate that tension. As it continues to grow through the entire body, down through the legs and then up into the neck, into the head, both directions, out into the arms and the fingers. Just dispelling this tension. Dispelling the beliefs that tell you you're not good enough, that you're not exactly where you're supposed to be. And as this light fully encompasses you and envelops your entire body, give gratitude for that. Notice the gratitude coming up. Perhaps a slight smile comes across your face. Now that we've noticed that, I want you to now bring your awareness to the crown of your head, as though a cone were being placed at the crown of your head, the tip of the cone, and then flowing down into the cone and through your entire body is this flowing form of energy from the universe coming down. Infinite intelligence pouring, inspiration pouring, creative thoughts pouring, whatever it is you need, down through the body, starting at the crown of the head and trickling all the way until it reaches the feet. Notice any sensations that comes with that flowing of energy down the body. Notice any hunches or inspirations that come to mind, that come through. And once that process has been complete, just become aware of the ideal beliefs. Become aware in this moment what you're telling yourself, where you are accessing that creative potential, where you feel still in this present moment, and you're ready and excited for what's to come. You see that future now, and you realize that it is now. What are the beliefs attached to that? What are you saying? What can be heard? What can be felt? Remember these. And then when you're ready, you can just slowly return back to the room in which you're seated, or the space in which you are seated, and come back all the way. You can open your eyes. And that is just a simple practice that you can apply in your day, or at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, to help relieve, resolve that tension of not being good enough, not feeling like you're where you're supposed to be, of succumbing to that temptation of comparison, returning your energy back and remembering that you are an intimation of the divine. You are a unique conscious creator, and you have things which you want to express. You have value to add to the world that no one else can add by the fact that you are you. You are this individual self. And that's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of connection. That's the beauty of having 7+ billion people on this planet. That we have this variety. We have these nuanced perspectives and unique services to provide, philosophies to provide, insights to provide. You have your own energetic signature that is unique to you, that's a culmination of every belief, every experience that you've had, that you harbor now. So give gratitude for that. You're here for a reason. Thank you so much for listening. If you like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Leave any comments below. If you feel like I left anything out or there's something else you want to explore deeper, there's something you want to listen to in the future, just leave that below. Thank you so much. Until next time, take care. Love ya.